folks, and welcome into the Monday morning wrap here on Sports Tree. As always, I'm Connor Roundtree, and it's good to be back. It's been a while since we've done a Monday morning wrap, but we are back, wrapping up a great weekend of sports and serving up your weekly menu of sporting events. And we're focusing on Monday night this week because it is a massive Monday. There's 5 or 6 NHL games on the docket, 5 or 6 NBA games on the docket, and of course, Monday Night Football. You have the Bears, you have the Vikings, and this is going to be a ton of fun. This is going to be a fun game, and we have a fun little parlay we're going to share with you guys for that same game parlay, and then we're going to break down every single NHL and NBA game for you with your best bets, with some previews and betting nuggets. Let's jump right into it now with Monday Night Football. And the big storyline for me going into this game is Justin Fields will be starting at quarterback for the Chicago Bears. That's important because when Fields has started this year, the over is 6-0. When Bajan has started, the over is 1-4. Fields creates points, he creates opportunities for both his offense and his defense. He can drive the ball 80 yards down the field, go and score on a 30-yard scamper. Or he could throw a pick six behind the line of scrimmage on his own 20. Either things are equally possible with Justin Fields, and that's fine with me when we're playing the over. So give me the over in this one. A specific Justin Fields prop that I'm going to be looking at this week is the over 9.5 rushing attempts. That's my best prop bet for this game. That's my best bet for this game. He scampered 18 times last week. He took off 18 times. His line is just 9.5. He's eclipsed this in 3 starts this season, and I'm not sure if his thumb is 100% yet. So he could utilize his legs, especially against a Vikings defense that is susceptible to a rushing quarterback. Give me Justin Fields over on the 9.5 rushing attempts. I also like him to throw for over 150 yards if you want to parlay that in. Minnesota, starting quarterbacks against Minnesota have given up at least 200 yards in every single start since week 3. Including Taylor Heineke, including Russell Wilson, including Bryce Young. Justin Fields can throw for 150 yards against these guys even without a hand. Another chunk I want to add to this same game parlay is Josh Dobbs to throw for over 200 yards. I think this is a nice spot to juice up your parlay with a pretty safe bet. Josh Dobbs has thrown for over 220 yards in both starts for the Vikings, and now he takes on a Bears defense that's giving up over 245 passing yards per game. This Bears defense is susceptible through the air. That's the 7th most yards given up through the air per game in the NFL. So look for Josh Dobbs to be able to spread the ball out to his wide receivers and his weapons. In review, folks, same game parlay. Give me the over in that. Justin Fields over on the 9.5 rushing attempts. Justin Fields to throw for over 150 yards, and then Joshua Dobbs to throw for over 200 yards. My straight play, best bet of the night, best prop bet, Justin Fields over 9.5 rushing attempts. I absolutely love that prop bet, and let's lock that in for Monday Night Football. All right, folks, let's jump into some NHL now. We got your best bets for the entire NHL slate, starting with the Bruins and Jackets. Give me the Bruins at -145 on the 3-way money line. Spencer Martin, he's projected to get the start for the Jackets, and in 7 starts this season, he has just 1 win with a sub-900 save percentage and a .337 goals against average. That is awful. Columbus has lost 10 of their last 12 games. Meanwhile, the Bruins co-lead the NHL with 31 points. Give me the Bruins. -145 on the 3-way money line. Florida at Ottawa, and I like goals in this one. I'm not sure if I'm necessarily going to play this, but if I were to make a bet on this game, I would take the over 6.5. Ottawa is scoring at a torrent rate this season, averaging over 3.5 goals per game. Jonas Korpisalo, their projected starting goalie, has a goals against average up over 3. So right there, that adds up to 6.5. And Florida can score. One thing that we've seen this season is that Sam Reinhart is on fire. Sabres at Rangers. Give me the Rangers on the 3-way money line again at -130. They've won 3 straight games, all of those being in regulation, while the Sabres are fresh off of getting slashed 7-2 by the Devils. They've also lost 2 of their last 3. Give me the Rangers. They are the other team that co-leads the NHL with 31 points. Bolts versus Avalanche, 2 of the best teams in their respective conferences over the last few years. And with Andrei Vasilevsky back in the pipes on Friday night, the Bolts won. And he made 22 out of 24 stops. And not only that, it was an offensive dynamo showing. They scored 8 goals. Nikita Kucherov set a franchise record. And there was a hat trick scored by none other than Braden Point. So this offense is on fire. And we all know that Colorado can score. If there's one thing that they can do, it is score goals. So if I were to play this one, I'd be looking for an over. However, Vasilevsky's in the net, and you never know what you're going to get when Georgiev suits up. That guy either plays lights out or will let in 7 beach balls a night. So I'm staying away from this spot. This will be an excellent hockey game to watch, and if I were to play it, I would look to the over, but I am avoiding this one like the plague. Vegas Golden Knights at the Calgary Flames, and before you lock in the Vegas Golden Knights, don't. This is a trap spot of a bet. This line is way too, just so far for the Golden Knights. They've been shut out in 3 out of their last 5 games, and somehow they're -220 favorites on the money line. No, I'm not going to be playing this game because I don't trust the Flames, but I feel like this could be a good spot for an underdog because Vegas is just 2-5-1 in their last 8 games. They are struggling right now. They're struggling to score. They've been shut out in consecutive road games, and 3 of their last 5, as I said earlier. So do not add the Vegas Golden Knights to juice up a parlay tonight because you could get shocked. A team that you could add to juice up a parlay on the 3-way money line yet again is the Washington Capitals. They have turned it around in the latter part of this season, going 7-2-1 in their last 10 games and 9-2-1 over their last 12. Meanwhile, the Sharks, they rank dead last in the NHL, baby. Yeah, they've won 4 games, but that's not very good. 4 out of 21 that's bad. That's really bad. You can get the Caps at -125 on the 3-way money line. Darcy Kemper getting the start. He's been shaky this year, but so is Scott Wedgwood. Possibly an over spot, but give me the Capitals to take the W on the 3-way money line. All right, folks, as for your sporting dessert of the evening, it is a little NBA action. We served up the entree on the ice, the appetizer on the gridiron, and now the dessert dish is being presented to you by the NBA. And the first one is a doozy. Wow, this is a waste of breath. Both teams are 2-14. It's the Wizards at Pistons, and I will not be watching this game. I will not be investing any capital into this game. Let's move on. Lakers at 76ers. I actually like the 76ers to cover the 6 points in this one. The Lakers, their last 5 trips to the city of brotherly love, they're 0-5 against the spread. Also, this Philadelphia team ranks 3rd in offensive rating and rebound percentage in the NBA, so I like them to go out, dominate the glass, and make a statement by beating the Lakers pretty emphatically at home. The Pelicans visit the Jazz, and give me the Pelicans. That is the softest name, just the worst moniker in any league in North America. Over the last 10 games, the Jazz ranked 26th in defensive rating, so this should be pretty smooth sailing for the Pelicans, especially with Williamson crashing down to the middle. If he can force those Jazz defenders to collapse, it'll give those outside shooters a decent opportunity for some looks. So give me the Pelicans to cover the 5 points in that one. Blazers at Pacers. The Blazers are a joke without Dame. They've won 4 out of 16 games this season. The Pacers have won 2 of their last 3, scoring over 130 points in all 3 of those games. They should smash the Blazers at home. I like them to cover the 12 points. Nuggets at Clippers. Both these teams rank top 10 in defensive rating. The under sits at 221.5, and I'll take that. Furthermore, the Clippers have held opponents to under 102 points in 4 of the last 5 games, cashing the under in 2 out of their last 3 home games. So for our last bet of the night, let's lock in the under. Now, getting into your trivia question. We have an NFC North battle tonight on Monday Night Football, so to get in to win a pair of NHL or NBA tickets to see any team that you'd like to see play live, let us know the last time the Detroit Lions won the NFC North. You go on to sportstree.ca, you answer that question, and you're in to win a pair of tickets to any NHL or NBA game that you'd like to see. Folks, I'm Connor Roundtree, and that's a wrap.